I'm a rock star, got money in my jeans, sippin' walk hard. She praying for my fall, so I flex hard. She praying for my fall, so I flex hard.
Beginning with the struggling New Orleans Pelicans of Alvin Gentry, Brandon Ingram, along with Kendrick Williams against the Pelicans, who are barely recognizable from last year. A lot of changes. He was 7th in the NBA, averaging over 12 rebounds per game. That is Simmons taking it to the cup for 2. Modest.
I like the move, though. I'm okay with the miss. I like the move. Going to the basket.
Holiday going to the hoop and favors the putback. NBC Sports Betcast happening right now over on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. As Richardson watched it on replay, because it obviously airs when we're talking on TV at the same time, it is utterly fascinating at all the things that bettors can do.
I just was never exposed to being the athlete, never really gambling on games, but I get the draw.
Like Scott lacing the...
As bad as that roster was, I wouldn't have kept it even 6.
Right.
You had to keep some of them, right?
Josh Richardson also the second of back-to-back games. The Sixers will closely monitor him.
Got a chance to talk to someone in the front office as the putback by Favors is counted. And they talk about a 4 to 5 year window. That's when they're expecting things to come to fruition for them as an organization.
Joel really going.
Good job of staying on the ground by Mike Scott. JJ trying to get him, bait him into that jumping.
Drew Holiday, who was 4 years in the league with the 76ers. They made him a mid-first round pick back in 2009 as Mike Scott turning garbage into gold off the Richardson miss.
Coming in from the corner, he didn't get the pass for the 3, so he's in a great rebounding position. The ball comes weak side right to him.
Ingram, who will get his...
He's put on 25 pounds. I don't know where. He still
really
looks thin. Came to college at like 185.
And he's listed at around...
Simmons, so it really has been a great experience.
In fact, when he was joking around there, we thank you, Serena. That's a nice move by the one-time Sixer.
About his love for the city and wearing that uniform onto other pastures, certainly not greener pastures. We wish him the best.
Ben Simmons taking a feed from Norvell Pell, playing in his 3rd NBA game. The Sixers now have hit 7 of their last 9. New Orleans coming in with a record of 6-19. Here is Simmons coming up with a turnover, but Ennis could score the bucket. However, Tobias Harris
the boards and getting a fingertip on that.
That's how he's going to get his points. By the way, number 0 is Nikhil Alexander Walk, acquired by New Orleans. There is Okafor, who's got some stuff, and Pell doesn't want to hear any of it. Simmons running the floor, compliments of Ennis, and it was all started.
If you go up soft, he's going to make you look bad. Second off the floor, first to it.
Oh, that time he knocked it back at Ingram, who was going for the glory. What a play by Pell. Blocks on consecutive possessions. It's Ennis. Buries the 3, and he's fouled.
Turn it off.
Okafor slamming for 2, compliments of Drew Holiday.
On the defender.
Simmons an opportunity here. He's got the smaller Drew Holiday, and he took advantage as he scored on his back, and here they go. All hands on deck for New Orleans. You can count it. And Embiid.
7? Not so much, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or it's too much, you should say.
Right.
And this first quarter coming to a close.
Good start for this home team, especially after last night.
Well, the Sixers are pretty much a team that has stayed away from that. As Brett Brown's time with the team as Ingram laces 2 and go to 14-0 at Wells Fargo Center, the only other NBA team unbeaten at home. As Lonzo Ball hits the 3 and turnover.
Come to the ball if you're JoJo's 4 teammates.
Derek Favors back then for a very brief period of time as Ball leads it off for Favors, who finishes through the contact. A couple of turnovers, their last 4 possessions down the floor.
You know, it's been great too as JoJo is helping facilitate that fast break. Quick kickouts.
Got a couple of blocks earlier to get the crowd into it. Both of those blocks leading to offense. Tobias Harris is second.
Of nights off where they gave him because of rest, which everyone else in the league seems to get to, particularly starters. Hard with the 3, converging on him. Somebody was open. Make life easier for you and your teammates.
Hart throwing it up, and there is Jackson Hayes. He's 19 years old. He's been in the regular rotation for most of the season. As Simmons hits the plunging in.
Redick, you expect a true pro.
Harris working over Ingram, a tough two for Harris. Harris. Tobias now an average NBA team in terms of their offense, but they're shooting just 37.5%, though it ticks up finish on the crew chief David Guthrie.
One more dribble, and that'll isolate that foul to the officials.
Josh Hart, who's come back.
Your man in between as the ball's in flight. When you're small, you have very little chance of getting those passes out. When you're big, you might.
Guard by the Lakers in a trade. Harris against the rookie Hayes having his way. Tobias has himself game high 14. There's Hayes leaking, and he slams for two. Jackson
running hard, beating everyone down the floor. The nice little pass up ahead, catch and finish.
And the finish for Ben Simmons. Or turnover prone. Embiid has the rookie Hayes, and he immediately welcomes him to. Hart working it with Hayes. There's the option in Holiday, who deposits half minute to play first half. Number 0, Nikhil Alexander-Walker back in the game. Redick leases another three. Still time here for New Orleans. The Sixers shooting pretty early there, giving the Pelicans another chance, and they take advantage. Remaining NBA teams to be unbeaten at home as Embiid gets the close to a shot clock violation. Nonetheless, good defense by the Pelicans, not known for that. Ingram, a pretty move to break a 10-game losing streak. And Simmons picking up where he left off. Rich Williams trying to deal with Tobias Harris. Good luck, my friend. 16 in the game for Tobias. Redick comes right back and buries the Sixers, keeping close watch on him. The second back-to-back game. His third game back after the 6-game absence for the hamstring. Back that far?
No, I don't think he does. But for all those youngsters out there, Bernard King in the 80s and in the 90s in the NBA after he went to
Harris for a plunging Simmons, who floats in and gets Pelicans here with a fresh 14. Holiday. Williams buries the three in New Orleans with its first make. Harris buries the three. Urging. Simmons romping down the floor, rims out. Harris open, got it. Two, nope. He leaves it. Oh, and quite the swipe by Ennis on the bigger Jahlil Okafor. Simmons, beautifully done for Pell.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Norvell, top of the box and catching that.
Okafor.
The momentum that this crowd was building, Mark, they weren't pleased with that bucket.
Rival for three, got it. Batista losing streak. Last time they won a game, November 21st. Well, Tobias Harris themselves here, suddenly leading by 10. Lonzo Ball well in trouble. Now ball falls. Now Redick helping out. Ennis is, and how much is it incumbent upon his teammates? And I'll ask you the question in a moment. Nicely done by Simmons. A, the steal. B, the pass on a rope.
Sometimes he's come to your rescue with his height to get you out of pressure situations. Pay him back.
Josh Hart lacing the three. Simmons taking on all comers and adding his way. An aggressive Ben Simmons.
Daring defenders, see whether or not they're equipped enough to stop him. His length just winning over matches.
J.J. Redick.
Windows down.
Ennis planted for three. Got it! Nicely executed that time. Holiday thinking three. And B greeting him as he drives in. Joel's tying him up. And they'll jump it up. Orleans, by the way, has missed 16 of their last 22 from the floor. Richardson coasting in.
Hey man, it feels like everybody wants to dunk on you, and it sure feels that way, doesn't it? But Norvell does a great job.
Indeed. As a matter of fact, Ingram. Harris working his magic. Tobias Harris getting buckets.
Able to get into the heart of the defense, and then once he just gathers, the altercation, the confrontation is over. Advantage Tobias.
In right now, I think it's just something to see.
Good defense by Ingram on Harris, but Tobias Harris flashing Harris.
Helping close it out, becoming that guy.
Boy, unfinished business for Redick, but Jaleel
Blocks turned into buckets down the other end, so they're really each one of them a 4-point play.
Harris in rhythm for 2. 20 here, and then just manage the game from this point forward.
Gotta know that someone's looking at you when the pass is being made.
And the desired effect, Joel Embiid, 2 of his 19, and the Sixer lead now at 9. Ingram. Holiday giving it up. There's Hayes, and he got 2 thanks to Drew. A murmur through the crowd here, at least those who remain. Many have left. Pestering Ingram, who glides in and gets 2. And now,
keep him in front of you.
And don't foul. Holiday nicking the rim on the attempted 3.
When I had nobody falling for me, feeling for me, looking for me. Now I'm making music. I'm making new moves.